Welcome back, everyone. I know we took last week off. My schedule was not very conducive to running a game, and this week this is the only day that I could run a game this week because of my schedule. So, thank you guys for being accommodating. So, we last left off. The party finally made their way to Frostfollow, the town they were contracted by Dndnaturalfun from the city of Andor to go investigate a series of kidnappings, disappearances, and attacks. They were able to make their way into the town to find it in a horrible state of disrepair. Ruined walls, makeshift defenses through the gate, broken and boarded up houses. Many of the people there seemed stressed and at their wits' end, particularly the lawmaster, Esvil Tosteg. Interestingly enough, upon entering the town and attempting to lend their aid, Dinar, the Dragonborn Paladin, turned many a stink eye. Apparently, his scaly appearance seemed to not sit too well with many of the residents of the town. However, despite that initial frostiness, they were able to glean a certain amount of knowledge. Both Dinar and Krenor were inspected several of the discarded bodies from a previous attack, and were able to deduce through some fairly high rolls that these were a certain species of Yuan-Ti, a demonically influenced snake-like humanoid race that nearly conquered the known world hundreds of years ago. And have been thought to have been extinct for those hundreds of years. Meanwhile, while they delved into their medicine and biological research, Malin attempted the more theoretical approach and attempted to find what he could through various libraries. And by libraries, meaning the personal library study of the Lawmaster herself, who, through several less than successful social encounters between Malin and the Lawmaster herself, begrudgingly allowed him the access to. However, he was unable to find anything of importance as to whether the town itself was built over some sort of spiritual graveyard or cursed land. I believe that was what you were trying to do. Krenor, in an attempt to either draw attention to himself or draw attention away from Dinar, for no other reason other than, I can imagine, pure enjoyment, minor illusioned himself into a halfling dragonborn and sat upon Krenor's shoulder like some type of like the monkey that plays the cymbal and the accordion during the street performance. Much to Dinar's chagrin. Haruki decided to have a sprinting contest against, I believe it was Dinar. Weirded out a couple teenagers and realized he was very winded, but not as winded as everyone thought he would be. You all were asked by Captain Ella, the half-elven leader of the guards and whatever sort of resistance this town was putting together, were asked to stay at the local inn, which the Cackling Cockatrice, in order that was where the highest concentration of civilians in this corner of the town was going to be at. So they figured these new untested individuals, if nothing else, as capable as they looked, would best be served making sure the people were safe. They sat down for several drinks, had some minor discussions, when near evening time, right at the little bit after the twilight hour, several warning horns sounded in the distance. The group, like the old battle-hardened veterans that they are, rolled their eyes, grabbed their weapons, and casually and confidently strolled out. Began to make their way to the entrance of the inn, and found themselves face to face with 5 brutish, brooding-looking snake-like humanoids. Small fangs from the bottom, large, almost tusk-like fangs curving up from the bottom lip. snapping and snarling at them. One somewhat more lithe and dark-scaled humanoid walking up with a tall serpentine body and wide cobra-esque face coming forward in that viper-esque point. Seemed to be barking out orders to several other of these snake-like individuals around in the apparent darkness. Shouts came and went from across. Small flares and fires you could see being lit or going off in the distance. And I started my music. I don't know what you guys are doing. And the cobra-faced individual turns to you all, chanting in a language none of you understand, and looks at you all and kind of shudders and convulses and shakes and twitches, and then blinks for a second and stands there and looks at you and says, "I ask you this question. You are new faces to show today. We have seen you coming. Will you interfere with our taking of cattle? You who hold no stake or bond to these people."
Donar.
Dinar, you are shoved forward as Fedor kind of pushes into your hip.
I trip Dinar and walk past him towards the front of the door.
Okay, do you exit?
I just stand by the entrance.
Okay. You see this serpentine, muscular body standing in front of you, thin, baleful, barely glowing eyes in the darkness. And as you look around, you can see groups of other of these snake individuals invading homes, chasing down people in the street, grabbing those who have fallen, and are dragging them in groups of 3s and 4s, dragging them outside, away towards the walls of the of the town.
Do they speak? I don't know what they speak. Do I? Right?
Well, the one is directly in front of you. This one right here just addressed you all in common.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
His question was if we interfere with them taking the cattle. The people. Yes, we do. And I draw my longsword.
Good idea, Donar. We should help them.
Why do you sit here? Throw your lives away for meaningless. You can run still. You can join still.
I have an alternate proposition. What may we call you?
I am one of the many who will retake what was ours.
And what do you feel was yours?
Come with me and I will show you. And
You're not inspiring.
Grin comes up across his face.
Are people physically being moved right now, or is everyone like staying still?
Oh no, like at this point, these two groups have been dragged off.
Oh shit, no.
God damn it.
I look towards the group and I say, "Do any of you guys speak Abyssal?"
Would I, based on what we gleaned before, would I think that these things are fiendish?
Make a religion check.
Okay. 14.
It's tough to say. You know the language is based somewhat in it, but you don't. But you also know of many cults or other people that have a macabre interest. You don't know enough about Yanti to know really origins. Really, the only connection you know is, oh hey, one of these was wearing a bracelet or wearing a armband that had part of the abyssal language on it.
Okay. Can I do a turn since I'm gonna do shit?
Would you like to do?
Using a combination of running and Misty Step, make it to like hereish, and I want to do a channel divinity.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, if you want to go into initiative and stuff.
Well, as you run past him,
I would start with Misty Step right away.
Start with Misty Step. So
Yeah.
where would that take you to?
So it gives me 30 feet. So yeah, or
Right there. Okay.
yeah, here, and then I would run the other 30 feet to here. Yeah.
Okay. So you move yourself over there.
Okay. Sorry.
You do that. The one who's been addressing you just hisses out. It is Stefan. I need you all to roll initiative.
And I marked off the spell slot. Fuck me.
It's initiative time, boys.
Ooh, a strong 7.
Oops.
Hold on.
That one.
Oh shit, yeah, we can, if you put us in, we can change our own initiative.
It should be there from the last time.
I only see the, gray guy.
Alright, well, give me a second then, I'll re-add all of you guys. Boop.
Yeah.
Boop. 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 Ezyaz, I gotta find you because you weren't here last time. So,
She's invisible.
she's been drinking at the bar while you guys have been doing work.
Yeah, she has.
Twerk, 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 twerk.
Ooh, that's a good initiative.
That's all. You don't need to babysit the kids anymore. They're with their parents.
Wait, who are these kids then?
What kid? It's a little snake baby.
Alright.
Oh, that's why they're attacking. They want their baby back.
That was almost good. Only 10.
Arrow to-
I'll see you guys at the end of the round.
See you on the other side of or
Prenor, what did you roll?
10.
10?
Yeah.
Okay. It had 0 on there, so. What is your dexterity, Prenor?
My dex is I get -2.
No, what's your score, not your ability? Or like what's your like what
My
did you
number?
roll? Yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 12.
No. What is your dexterity score?
Okay, my dex score is a 7.
7. Okay. So the other thing has a higher dex, so it's going before you.
Get
Alright.
back here.
All right, let's get some fun music up going here.
Don't worry, Knorr. You're more dexterous than me, apparently.
I don't think that's humanly possible.
Oh.
But is it Dragonbornly possible?
With a score of 7?
In this case, you are better at initiative than me. But it makes sense. I already took my bonus action, so I'm waiting until the end of the turn.
All right, let's loop this for now. I'll find something else in a second. All right, so first up, these green-scaled, brutish, long, obtuse-shaped heads. These weird humanoid creatures with hunched shoulders and long, all around this gray individual, all kind of whip over to Dinar.
This is gonna be good.
2, 3.
Bye, guys.
2, can just get to you. These two are going to, let's see. So this one's going to get right up in front of you, Malin. And this other one is going to take a defensive position by its seeming master. Ezias, give me a hot second. I'm going to get you on here. Don't worry. Also, by the way, you got when you weren't there, you got the killing blow against the Oni from the previous fight you were in.
Excellent.
Just like usual, Ryan. You always get the kills.
You weren't even there. You weren't even there, and you got.
need to be there to kill things.
All right, we're gonna put you because you were drinking and you didn't really care about talking. You're back here. You should. By the way, you've had a couple long rests, so all of your abilities are back, and you should have full health. So just make sure you adjust that.
I believe the initiative just disappeared.
I'll bring it back. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Besides, you don't need to see it. I need to see it.
True. If you do want to get rid of it, that's your discretion. If you want to throw us through a loop.
So, Ezias, if you could roll initiative, please.
Oh, I did already.
What is it? What did you roll?
12.
12. Cool. All right, not terrible.
It's acceptable.
More than double.
I can't bring it off the page. Nuts. All right, so the three that ran up to you, Dinar, they did not have to dash, so they were all going to make 3 attacks against you.
Holy shit!
Wait, all 3 of them are making 3
All
attacks.
9 attacks on Dinar.
Ripperoonies.
And 4 of them are crits.
All right, so I'm going to ask you to keep track of this.
Fucking 9 attacks.
All right. So the first one is a 23.
Fuck, hit.
Second is a 12.
Miss. Do I need to keep track of which one hits me, like the first
I'm
attack?
going to keep track of total. You tell me how many hit by the end.
Okay.
21 on the third.
Fuck, hit.
19 on the fourth.
Miss.
11 on the fifth.
Miss.
Natural 1 on the sixth.
Miss.
That's 13 on the seventh.
Miss.
A 17 on the eighth.
Miss.
And an 18 on the ninth.
Miss. So 2 hit.
2 hit. So
That's not terrible.
Just wait until they each do 20 damage.
They're tiny lizards.
all right. So
He says from the safety of the inn.
all right. So from you take so you only suffer 17 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
From the 2 hits. As you bring your shield around and your sword to deflect, ding, boom, ping. Your thick armor, some of their claws can't get past. However, the one that rushes up to your side, its bite reaches out and is able to bite in between the chink in between your shoulder and breastplate there. And as you kind of flinch, it causes your sword to drop for a second, and the claw of the one in front of you rakes out and kind of scratches across your face, bats you to the side for a second, and back up. Malin, the one against you, is going to make 3 attacks.
Oh, okay.
Because it also did not have to dash. So it's going to be 2 with its bite and 1 with its claws. Or I'm sorry, 1 with its bite and 2 with its claws. The bite is only a 10.
Okay, that misses.
And the 2 claws, it's a natural 1.
That misses.
And only another 10.
Hey!
So he kind of runs up to you, and you're just kind of like, whoa! In an uncharacteristic display of dexterity, you deftly dodge to the side into the corners around, trying to get out of the way of this slathering brute that's running towards you. That is going to be their turn over there. These two brood guards are going to, actually don't know what they're called, are going to at half speed. Move. Why won't it move this lady here down? And
Oh, damn it.
why is the hell my mouse is not clicking at the right space? It's very odd. Is going to also move these two close off the map.
Shit.
You guys spent time talking, almost like he was trying to distract you.
Fucking Malin.
Well,
All right, so that is all of what's these brute creatures' turns. It is now the individual who spoke to you. His turn. Its turn. And it is going to... Let's see what...
For powered kill, I'm below 100 points.
Yes, this agent of whomever has access to 9th level magic. You're all gonna die.
Just the one. Everything else is first level.
All right? So it can see you, Malin. It can see you, Dinar. Sizing you guys up. Malin not knowing anything about you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
who, Malin?
Malin, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let me just look at those Oh, no modifier. Okay. $14.
14 will do it. You feel this creature as its eyes connect with yours. Some force of will attempts to penetrate into your mind, and your eyes blur for a second as you just barely are able to shake off the effect. And you kind of stand your stuff and steel yourself as the creature then that is going to be its turn. Haruki, you are up.
Let's see some things. I will rush up to this guy and
Okay.
make my 2 attacks against him.
Alrighty.
So let's see, what are we rolling? That's a natural 20
Nice.
and a 17 plus 7, so 23.
23 definitely hits.
So first is the natural 20.
Nice, nice.
Hold on, let's see. Where's my D10? Ooh, 10.
Nice.
So 10 doubled is 20 plus 4.
24
So
points
24
of
on the
damage.
first slash. And then, ooh, another 10. So 14 on the second slash.
14. Nice,
So
man.
38 total?
Oof.
Or, yeah, 38 total?
You said 14 on the second, correct?
14 on the second, and then 24.
Okay, so Haruki runs up, seeing Malin in danger. Sword, like lightning, unsheathed from your side, and 2 lightning quick strikes up across the side, carving through this creature's scales, and you see some of the crimson ichor spill from its side as it. One arm kind of is barely held on. It's kind of you've nearly filleted the one side of this creature off. It's standing, but it's not looking good. Is there anything else you wish to do?
No, that is my turn.
Alrighty, Ezyaz, it's your turn.
Okay. So how this guy up here is the one he's not looking good right now?
He's the one that Haruki more or less just carved its flank off.
Gotcha. All right. All right. So I'm gonna start off first by going into a rage,
Nice, excellent.
and then I'm gonna work my way over to here, and I'm gonna go for this guy over here and attack him.
Okay, the
Or
creature,
lady.
it's hard to tell. The creature, as you run across, it is going to use its reaction to swipe out a claw at you as you run by.
Okay.
For a 15.
That will hit.
15 hits, okay. So, you suffer 12 points of slashing damage, half to 6,
Okay.
as its claw rakes out to your side and kind of catches a bit of your leather armor.
Okay.
Question: can I use my reaction with Sentinel to attack back?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Coolio, I will do that.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh fuck!
Sentinel allows you to attack a creature that attacks within your range, correct?
If he's within, if he attacks another creature other than me within 5 feet of me, I can use my reaction to take attack against
Yeah,
it.
absolutely, go for it.
21 hit.
21 definitely hits.
And then 9 points of slashing damage.
9 points will do it. You kind of come over as it brings its claw back. It locks eyes with you for a second, and with one quick, swift motion, the head is cloven from its neck and falls smattering to the ground as blood starts pouring from the neck.
I give Ezyaz a nod as she runs by.
Ezyaz does not notice because Ezyaz is reaching.
All right. So I'm going to. It's done attacking me, right? I can. Do my attack?
That was the one that you ran across that Haruki just beheaded with a reaction special.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you still can unload on the guy you wish to.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. I'm gonna do that then. The first attack will be a 21.
21 does hit.
All right, and the second one will be a non-natural 20.
It will also hit, and you're attacking the green one. This guy.
Yeah, I'm
to
attacking the
right.
green one.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Okay, so the first attack will be. Let's see, 14 plus 2. So it'll be 14 regular damage and 2 fire damage.
Alrighty.
And then the second one will be 18 regular damage and 4 fire damage.
Whew. Once again, in a much more rough and less refined way, Ezyaz does almost exactly what Haruki did to the previous one. However, the cuts are not really as clean, and the fire cauterizes some of the wounds. As you break the elbow on one side, the axe kind of lodged halfway through, and you kind of kick him to bring the axe out, bring it back around, and catch it in the side that it's unable to block, and you kind of dig a deep gouge into its side. It's looking pretty rough.
Gotcha. All right, that will be my turn then.
Alrighty. It is now these other entities' turns that you have barely seen from the shadows. They... what is... Which... Yes, okay, cool. These two are going to... rush up to here with a dash. An attempt to head you guys off. This one, however, is going to pull out a longbow and is going to take 2 shots at you with a longbow.
Okay.
It's a natural 1 on the first. That's so many natural 1s.
Hell
It's
yeah.
3.
That barely misses.
I think you mean natural funds.
Haha.
Hashtag
Next one's a
sponsorship. What?
And it's only a 13 on the second.
Miss.
All right, so you're not even paying attention. All of a sudden, 2 arrows just over your head. You barely even notice. And again, these entities, as they're getting more closer to you guys, and it's a bit easier to see them. They seem somewhat similar to the entity that addressed you, but their heads are much more rounded. They seem not as well formed. Still like kind of a humanoid body with this long serpentine head, but their scales don't cover all of their body. It's more focused on the shoulders and up completely around the head and face area. But that's going to be their turn. Krenor, it's your turn.
Oh god. Well, okay. Lizard people. I could do this. I can do this. I can. Why can't I move my character? Oh, cause I'm back there. Okay. I'll do my first hit ever.
Alrighty.
Do it.
Ooh. 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 Oh. Shit. What weapon do I have? I rolled an 18, and I'm gonna guess that's plus 1 strength, so 19 to hit.
Okay,
Oh my God.
with what weapon are you hitting with?
Scrolling.
John, don't you have proficiency?
Yeah, it's a mace.
Okay, so you would be plus another 3, which is you're fine. You definitely hit
Yes.
the thing. Roll damage.
Okay, I roll damage. Mace, which is 1d6 plus 1. I don't want to roll my inspiration die. I want to roll this one.
Why do you have inspiration?
You
I
gave me
think-
inspiration for the shit hitting the fan. Remember, I called you out and said, "What's a fan?"
That only lasts for a game.
Oh.
I'll let you keep it because I didn't specify. But that can only be added to ability checks or saving throws. They can't be added to attack damages.
Oh no, I wasn't adding. I didn't want to roll that.
Ew,
I like have a specific dice.
I understand.
You have
I
an
got
inspiration die?
you.
I do.
We are
Oh,
on
what?
the same page now.
I want
So
an
roll your
inspiration die.
roll your damage, sir.
5.
5. You kind of come up.
Okay. Hit his knee.
And there's this devastating as it
Oh,
brings the
please get the
creature
kill.
Is that
almost
my
down,
back?
almost down to your level. You fear it was your back, but instead you look up to see one eye blearily open, the barely alive and conscious but still
Oh.
breathing creature, as it's just looking at you with this look that almost, if a look from a creature that can't speak your language and is intent on devouring you, body and mind, if that look could just say, "Why?" Alright. Krenor, anything else you wish to do?
Oh, I can only do 1 attack per. I'll do a bonus action. You know what? I'll summon my thingy with my bonus action.
Spiritual weapon?
My spirit animal.
Alright, so you summon a shining... that
Hearing
now
aid.
I now have to find again because it
Cane?
didn't save the goddamn thing.
Can I summon a
It's a-
giant donar?
No.
Thank you, DM.
Alright, we're...
I want it right here.
Alright, you should be able to control that.
And I'll slap.
Who are you slapping?
The guy that's eyeing me.
The one that you just hit?
Yes.
Okay, alright, roll to attack.
Ooh, 19 plus a lot.
That will hit.
Okay. And then spiritual weapon is 1d8 plus 2. This is a d8. I should have had a d8. No, that's a d. Okay. 5.
Five will do it. As you smack it into the knee, and there's that crack sound, and it comes crouching down on one knee, and looks towards you with this. Why? The sword. You grasp your holy symbol really quick, point up into the air, and it kind of follows your finger. Ooh, just in time to see this ethereal blade form out of coalesced sunlight and slam down on the back of its neck, kind of sticking out through the front.
Stay within 30 feet of me!
Creature falls, slumps lifeless to the ground.
And then I yell that, and then that's it.
All right.
Unluckily for you, you need a passive perception of 10 or more to hear that. So guess who didn't?
Malin, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna head towards, like, 30 feet towards Dinar.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm... hold on, let me get my ruler out.
Do you need some help?
Yeah, yep.
You're fine. You're fine.
Wow. Malin's ballsy.
Actually, I'm gonna go... No, that was good. I'm gonna cast Thunderstep at 4th level.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go onto the roof of the inn.
Okay.
Is that possible? How high up is it?
It's 2 stories, so I'd say I would put it at like 30 feet up. But with Thunderstep, you can easily make it.
Okay, good. Cool.
So we're gonna put you here. But just know that you're 30 feet up on the top on the roof.
Okay.
So Thunderstep, it's everything within a 10-foot area radius. Yep. So Dinar is going to have to make the saving throw as well.
Yeah, it's a Constitution save.
All right, what's the DC?
17.
17.
The fuck?
All right, so this one makes it.
I make it. I got a non-natural 20.
As I knew you would.
This one makes it. Alright, so the one directly in front of you, Dinar, fails, the rest of them make it.
Okay, so that's 4d10.
Son of a bitch.
Thunderstep, man. It's a great spell.
Oh, I agree. God damn it.
So that's 30 damage.
Okay, so 15, 15 for success, and they're not knocked prone, correct?
Yeah. Oh, not knocked prone. Also, they all get an extra 4 damage from my Heart of the Storm trait. When I do lightning damage, there's
Is
an
it
extra
lightning
4
damage or thunder damage? There's a difference.
Both.
It does both?
It works for either of those damages.
So,
Okay.
am I subtracting half of 4 or another 4?
You would subtract half of 34, which would be 16? No.
17. So another 2. Okay.
Alright, so...
I wasn't
so
sure if we were having that damage too.
So that one takes 34 damage.
Ouch.
That one, and the rest of them take 17. Does the one that failed to see get knocked prone? Malin.
Checking.
I will look as well.
No.
Hey, John. With that, there's 0 chance Dinar heard you.
What?
What are they selling?
Chocolate?
Okay, so you all hear this like a thunderclap just went off in all of your eardrums. Dinar, you made the save, so I'm going to say you're fine. And however, it rocks this passage as Malin runs up next to you, looks at you, kind of gives you a grin, and then just disappears in this cacophonous energy blast sound.
Wait, this is from a spell.
Thunder.
I have resistant spells.
All right, well, you made the save anyway.
I know, but I get the extra 8 health.
There you go.
Oh my god.
And see, as I knew.
Fuck you.
All part of the plan.
Fuck you.
All right. Dinar, the one in front of you went from looking 100% healthy to racked and ringing. There's blood pouring from its eye sockets, from its little nose slits on the front of its face. The other two look okay.
So, yep. I guess that's my my turn.
All right, that's a heck of a turn. Dinar, it is your turn.
I fucking hate spellcasters. God damn it. Well, of course, since, you know, a lot of people around me, I'm gonna Misty Step over here.
Alrighty.
Finger, so 30 feet. Second spell. Okay. And then I'm gonna take...
How many second level spell slots do you have left?
I have 3, I've used 2, so I have
Used
1
2.
left.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'm gonna take 5 feet to the right with my movement,
Mm-hmm.
and God, I hope this works. I'm gonna use Channel Divinity, Turn the Faithless.
Okay.
If they are Fey or Fiend, they need to make a saving throw. If not, fuck me.
All right, so you reach up and you grasp the, you don't wear a holy symbol, but you place your hand over your chest, where the elder marked you when you've finished your trials, and you call out to the natural order of the world, to the everything that is green and is good and is right, and you bid this power to turn these fiendish, terrible individuals, and you feel the energy reach out and touch nothing.
God fucking damn it.
They do not seem to be fiendish or fey.
Shit. Well, I'm totally gonna die. The rest of my movement to go right in between all 3 of these assholes.
Alrighty.
Oh shit.
That's not 30 feet.
I just had light thunder hit my eardrums.
What?
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm done. That's my turn.
Next up are the little green brute guys.
Hi, guys.
These 3 over here, kind of racked and ears ringing. In the confusion, notice that their quarry is gone. However, look over at the 2 that have just slain one of their comrades, and they are going to make their way 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Oh, go after the black guy.
I'm gonna move. This one's dead. We know it's dead. I'm just gonna move it. It's gonna kind of clamber over the body. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And this one's gonna kind of run right underneath your. Run underneath there, and them. All right. These 2. Well, this one, I'm gonna roll to see who he attacks, because you both, frankly, look rather threatening as you just tag teamed one of their friends.
I do.
All right, so these 2 are gonna attack you, Krenor. This one is gonna attack you, Ezyaz. So Krenor, that's 6 attacks against you. It is going to use. They are both, or all 3 of them are going to use their reckless attacks. So they are going to attack you with advantage. So that's 6 attacks with advantage against you.
That's reckless. Well then.
All right, so you keep track of how many hit, okay?
Yeah.
So that's 20 on the first. Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. 14 on the second.
Nope.
12 on the third.
Nope.
Oh, so many natural ones.
Nope.
That was a 3 and a 1 on that one. 15 on the fifth.
Nope.
22 on the 6th.
Yeah.
So the first 2 and the last one hit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So bite and 2 claws is actually how it. Interesting enough, how it turns out. So. Oh god.
Dice down, dice down.
Nice note. All right. So that is 9 points of piercing damage on the first bite,
No.
and then. Oof. 14 points of slashing damage on the first claw,
Fuck.
and another 7 points of slashing on the third claw. So these creatures all desperately trying to tear into you. Eziaz, the other one, is also going to use its 3 reckless attacks against you. So it's going to be 3 attacks against you with advantage. First is a 21.
That will hit.
Second is a 23.
That will also hit.
And the third is a 19.
That will also hit.
Okay. Alright, so the first on the bite, you take 7 points of piercing damage, halved to 3.
Okay.
And on the first claw, you suffer 9 points of slashing damage, halved to 4. And 7 points of slashing damage, halved to 3. So
That wasn't that bad.
Krenor, as you look over desperately trying to keep yourself alive, bouncing these various blows as they tear through chunks of your armor, you feel tooth and claw and nail digging its way into your flesh. You look over as Yazaz, it withstands a similar assault to little or no effect.
Jesus Christ. I'm like dead.
It is now the apparent leader's turn.
Rotates around Esias and smacks me in the butt.
Alright, so... Ooh, is this a, Alright, so as a bonus action, it's going to do that. You see its eyes flash a pale green color, but with no apparent effect. And then it is going to look towards Eziaz. Eziaz, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, 1 sec.
Don't do it.
That will be a 17.
You guys are rolling well. Again, a weird piercing will seems to try to force its way, but it's too full of anger and rage and. The effect failed. She's too full of rage and frustration for whatever indomitable will this creature is trying to impart upon it.
He's immune to charm too, right?
That's Path of the Berserker. She is Path of the Bear.
Oh.
That is not a universal barbarian trait. I looked this up because I was making a barbarian.
Oh, I'm a racist. Sorry.
However, then for its movement, this creature is going to use the dash action, which it's able to do as a and move 60 feet away.
Whoa.
As you do get an attack of opportunity if you wish.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna do that.
The pause was killing me.
Which, the one in front of me or the other?
No, the guy that ran away, who's now 60 feet away from you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I'll take his bitch ass out.
All right.
One shot.
One
I
opportunity.
don't know why.
For the attack of opportunity, is it just one attack or two? Like,
No, you're using your reaction to take a quick like whack, so it's just one attack.
it's just one attack. Okay.
Yeah.
That will be a 19.
19 does hit. Roll your damage.
And for damage, that will be 18 regular damage and 2 fire damage.
Alrighty.
Wait, 18? What the fuck?
Welcome to
Oh,
Edgon.
because it's a fucking battle axe, it's a barbarian damage, and it's on fire.
Barbarian.
I want a flaming battle axe!
And I'm raging, so...
Barbarians, bro.
Jesus Christ!
They hurt.
Yeah,
They
Ralphie.
can't... She is in her
I had
element
a
right
24 on a crit. That was like
Alright,
a perfect
so-
crit, though. Jeez.
Yeah.
So you get this hit, and it takes a solid chunk. You see it's wearing some weirdly shaped breastplate, but even through that, you're able to kind of push back and as it, with unnatural speed, gets away from you. Haruki, it is your turn.
Oh, lordy, boys. You guys can handle those 3, right?
What?
I have to get to my boy Dinar.
Actually, I'm sorry. I never gave. Well, you finish your turn.
Lair
It's my fault for forgetting. These guys all over here by Dinar and everything did not get their turn last.
Okay.
So we'll do them. We'll do them after you.
Okay.
My fault for forgetting.
I will use my action to dash 80 feet
Okay.
up to this civilian lady here.
Mm-hmm.
And then with my charger feat, I will attack as a bonus action this guy here.
Go for it. Yeah.
And that is a 15 plus 7.
That will
hits.
hit. Yes.
And because it was more than 10 feet in a straight line, I get a plus 5 to the damage.
You do.
So that's a D10. Oh, fucking 1. So 1 plus 4 plus 5, so 10 damage slashing.
10 damage is still not bad.
And
You
that is
sprint
my
forward.
turn.
You sprint forward, resolute, the cheerful glow normally gone from your eyes as you sprint. And just as you get towards this leering creature, shing sword back out again, around in a flash, and with a practiced flourish comes down on a streaking arc across its shoulder and back, and as it rears at you with anger. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that is my turn.
Okay. I'm going to give the rest of these Yonti little thingies turns before we get to you as Yaz, because they were supposed to get a turn before, but I forgot. So these two are again going to use half their movement and their action to move this civilian off the map.
Have fun being a cow.
That's so fucked up.
This one is going to grab this lady as well and also move half their move off the map.
Can I use my reaction to strike at that one that's pulling her?
Yes, because it's come back to your turn. So you can strike at the one that's pulling her away, yes.
Yeah, I will do such. So that is a 16 plus 7, so 23.
23 hits, yes. Will damage.
That is a 6 plus 4, so 10 slashing. And I believe, because of Sentinel, it stops moving, right?
Yes. So she kind of keeps moving.
Wait, why would she keep moving if it's dragging her?
Well, she was kind of like tossed, so she's not like still like walking like autonomously. She's
Oh,
like
okay.
so like she kind of like stumbles forward to there like because there was momentum that was begun.
Gotcha.
However, this one just kind of as you bring your sword down, it kind of digs into its shoulder a little bit, and forces it into place. The woman is just kind of like she's kind of prone on the ground now, just kind of like. Dinar, the two by you are going to drag this man off the map if you wish to take an attack of opportunity on either.
Role-playing wise, I would, so sure.
Go for it. Which one, the top or bottom?
I guess the guy who's closer to me.
Okay, so
Are they both, like, physically grabbing him?
I mean, this one started here, and they're both grabbing him, so...
I guess the one that's closer then, the top one.
Top one, yeah, sure. It's getting warm in here.
I miss. 13.
A 13 just misses. Ugh.
Well, there go all my spell slots for no reason.
Um,
God damn it.
Sorry, I have more spell slots.
So these guys continue to drag this poor individual out into the shadows and out around. And Dinar, you watch as they, with haste, kind of drag him out around a corner. And as soon as they get him around a corner, you hear a scream and the sound of something shifting. Make a perception check.
Ooh! 16!
16. You hear what sounds like the rough rasp of scales shifting and moving.
Okay.
However,
But I heard a scream like his scream.
like sometimes like
Oh, okay.
like sometimes like gasp or scream. Yes.
Okay.
So their return kind of was done with. Ezyaz, your turn.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll go for trying to finish off the guy in front of me.
Go for it. Yeah.
The first roll, oof, that'll be a 6.
6 misses, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's not very good. And then the next one will be, that's much better, 23.
23 definitely hits. Roll damage on that one.
Okay. And the damage for that will be 17 regular damage, 1 fire damage.
Alrighty. So it kind of ducks under your first strike. Just with the rebound, just kind of clocks it right in the side of the head. The axe digs deep into its collarbone, upper torso area, and burst of flame. Do you wish to move or do anything as a bonus action?
No, that's it. I'll just do the attack.
Okay. By the way, if you're curious as to what these things look like that you're fighting,
Oh lordy.
for the most part, alrighty. Next up are these more bipedal, seemingly more intelligent-looking individuals. Ooh, I didn't know it had this. Hold on a second.
That thing is creepy as fuck. I don't like it.
Alrighty. Each of them is going to run up to here and here. And both Knorr and Ezyaz, I need you both to make... same thing, wisdom saving throws.
I am wise.
Center your chi.
Oh shit.
That doesn't sound
He
like it
didn't
was
send us
centered.
G.
12. All right. 12 fails. Ezyaz, what did you get?
Yours.
Ezyaz?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was away for a second. What was that?
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll get it. Let's see.
Oh, God.
That will be a 19.
So again, Ezyaz succeeds.
He's the wise one.
However, Krenor, you feel all of a sudden your mind penetrated by this singular suggestive desire. As this creature, not out loud but in your mind, commands you, sit.
Woof.
This one over here is going to looks over at you, Haruki, sees what you're attempting to do, and is going to go charge over to you. And is going to take 2 attacks against you with the scimitar as it pulls its longbow out and pulls this wicked curved blade. Much more curved and more rudimentary than the blade that you carry. Shorter, too. Proportionally. And it's going to make its 2 attacks against you. That's a... Nope, that's looking at the wrong thing. Ah, there we go. 11.
11 misses.
Okay. And a 21.
21 hits.
21 hits, okay. So you suffer 9 points of slashing damage. As the creature, you kind of parry one to the side, but it brings its sword back quicker than you imagine, kind of slashes underneath your exposed underarm, and you feel the sting as it bites into your flesh. Krenor, it is your turn.
I'll attempt to sit at first level.
That's your spell.
All right. So you sit down.
And I'm humble.
And as you sit down, you kind of blink your eyes for a second as the spell fades because you completed the task. And you just kind of think, wait, what am I doing down? Oh, God, as you look up to see these 3 leering snake-like bodies over you.
Healing word at a second level.
It's... Oh, you're casting on yourself. Yeah, go for it.
2d4 plus 2. That's the triangle. Fuck. That would be a 5 healing.
It's 5 more points than you had before.
I really dislike that line. Like, I understand you're trying to comfort us, but I just don't like that line.
It's like the snakish kind of comfort.
Goddamn Yonti comfort.
And then for half my movement, can I stand up?
Yeah, I'd say so, because it says the spell ends once you completed that task. It didn't seem to understand that you were next to the initiative. It does not know all the things that the DM knows.
Well, his knees weren't made for so much action, and then that's it.
So you get back up marginally closer to the gnashing mouths. Malin, it is your turn, staring atop the battlefield from the inn.
Alright, so I'm gonna twin spell my firebolt, and I'm gonna cast them at the 2 green dudes, like, surrounding Krenor.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, so first one is the one on his... to the right of him.
Mm-hmm.
18 to hit.
18 hits, roll damage.
Okay, that's... 9 damage.
Fine. All right, very nice. And the second bolt.
Second bolt is a natural 20.
No, it's not.
Oh
it's
no,
it's
not a natural
Okay.
20. Sorry, didn't see it.
I was going to say.
It's a very unnatural 20.
It's natural after adding.
exciting,
Yeah.
exciting as it is.
Math is
however,
natural.
it does still hit, so roll damage.
Reverse math.
That's 9 damage.
9
as
damage,
well.
very nice.
Okay. And that's my turn.
All right. The second you hit looks like it's on death's door. It's barely standing. There's singed. Most of its body as the firebolt engulfed much more than you were hoping it would. And it's just kind of standing there, kind of burned and crackled. A smell of burnt meat as it hangs in the air. The one in front of you, Krenor, to the right, is looking hurt, but still looks like he can go for a round or two.
Breezy, I forgot to add Disciple of Life. May I add Disciple of Life?
You may.
+4. Thanks, Gil.
I didn't do anything.
You know I give bonuses to enemies for metagaming.
I
Be
didn't do
warned
anything.
be warned in the future.
Yeah.
Hey, John, read your class.
John, fucking get good.
Yes.
John, keep your class open.
Dinar, it's your turn.
Spell's open.
Okay, so just to make sure, this lady is all by her, so I'm not being grabbed.
She's currently laying on the ground, prone, terrified.
Is it possible to walk in front of her, or not really, because I can't go in her spot?
I will say standing next to her will just kind of have the knowledge that you were standing in a defensive position over.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm basically trying to do.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go over here?
Yeah, well, I think that makes the most sense. So you're standing
Okay.
kind of defensive, whatever. So you're not necessarily being flanked side to side. It's still like the two of them in front of you.
Gotcha.
So take your action.
Which one looks worse, the top one or the bottom one?
They both look pretty decently, somewhat scratched, but still plenty of fang and fight left in them.
I'm gonna attack the bottom one.
Alrighty.
Forgot to find strike.
First one.
No more
that's
for
a
you.
natural 1 because I'm next to Haruki.
Okay, go ahead. Fucking put it in between my shoulder blades, please.
Hold on, there's
Please.
also a lady behind us.
Yeah, roll to see if you kill the innocents or if you just hit me in the back.
So you go to swing, and as you bring your sword out, you bring the sword around, and there's nothing in your hand.
Fucking hell.
And you look over to your left, and you see your sword 10 feet as it is whipped out of your hand and is now on the ground over here.
I punch him.
Go for it. Roll and add your strength.
I'm not moving. Only my strength.
Mhm.
17.
The top one still.
The bottom one.
Bottom one. It hits. Roll damage.
I
So
don't know how to
roll
roll damage.
roll 1d4, half that, and then add your strength mod.
1d4.
Fucking-
What's the half of 3?
2.
Okay. 7.
7. Alright, 7 to bonk. Pretty hefty, meaty punch from a dragonborn to the side of its face and kind of.
Question, DM?
Answer, player.
Is it an action to take out another item? For another weapon?
What weapon?
I have a trident.
I'd say you can do it this turn as a bonus action.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it. Please. Thank
Normally you have to be a fighter to be able to do it as a free action, but it's already on your person. I'll allow it.
You
Okay,
need to find
cool.
you some glue and just fucking super glue that shit into your hand, dude.
Can we get magical tape?
It exists. It's called spirit gum.
Ooh, okay, we need that.
It's I think either a very rare or legendary item.
This only happens when I'm near Haruki.
Yeah, seriously, what the fuck?
I'm near
Dinar,
the
is
trident.
is that your turn?
Yeah, it's my turn.
All right. Next up are the brood guards. these brutish swarm-like enemies. And we're going to just go left to right. So once again, Kunor, you looking the weaker of the two. You're going to get 6 attacks at Reckless against you.
Oh, not again.
Oh boy.
Team Rocket blasting off again.
So that is a... Oh, I need to go back to their page. I think it's a plus... 21 on the first.
Yes.
Natural 20 on the second.
Yes.
21... No, 20 on the third.
Yes.
15 on the fourth.
No.
23 on the fifth.
Yep.
And 19 on the sixth.
Okay, I go unconscious. I guarantee it.
Which
Yep.
was that last one hits.
Yes.
All right, so 4 hit, 1's a natural 20.
Yes.
All right, so we'll get the 2 bites out of the way first.
Okay.
One of the which would not have been the natural 20s technically in the order of which they hit you.
Yes.
So the first bite, you suffer 12 points of piercing damage.
Ah.
Second bite, you suffer 6 points of piercing damage.
Oh shit. Yep.
And here comes this is going to be the crit.
Okay.
Not bad for you. So is only 8 points of slashing damage.
I'm unconscious.
Okay. The fourth hit hits you. You immediately fail 2 death saving throws.
Yep.
The fifth hits you.
Yep.
Krenor, how do you want to go?
Lorilla. And that's it.
Okay. As Yaz and Malin, I'll say you hear this as well, because even though you're high up, you're a fairly perceived mind. As you both look down, as these 2 serpentine entities tear into Krenor, and you see large gouts of blood shoot out as claws and tooth rip his torso apart. And he looks out, crying his last this significant name. And his body slumps to the ground. You see the the golden glow by his ear fade. Next one's gonna make 3 reckless attacks against you, as you. That's a 19.
That's against me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit.
That's a 21.
That will also hit.
And that is another 21.
That will also hit.
Okay, so on the first, you suffer 8 points. No, I'm sorry, 6 points of piercing damage, halved to 3.
Okay.
And on the second, you suffer 8 points of slashing, halved to 4.
Got it.
And then 10 points of slashing, halved to 5.
Gotcha.
Dinar, the 2 flanking, well, not flanking, but directly in front of you, you watch out. You see over Haruki's shoulder, who's turned to face this newest addition that praised and preached the light and life of the sun god, torn asunder. And he seemed to gasp out something that you're not quite able to make out. Your ear still ringing a little bit from the thunderstep. However, they are both going to make reckless attacks against you.
Okay.
So on the first, that is a 17.
Miss.
The second is a 23.
Hit.
The third is a natural 20.
That hits.
Okay. This fourth is another natural 20.
Hits.
The fifth is an 11.
Miss.
And the sixth is another 11.
Miss. So
Okay.
1 hit, 2 crits.
1 hit, 2 crits. Okay. So the first is 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
All right. First critical is 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And 14 points of slashing damage on the second.
Okay.
As you're kind of sluggish and slow, looking, kind of fully realizing the gravity of what has just transpired across the battlefield, and you, while it is almost ripping the life from you, you barely feel the claws and teeth as they rake across your body. It is the leader's entity who steps forward. I told you you should have joined. We will take the spoils that we have this night. And you will tell tale of the second scale soon. Ascension. Kas Sexnash. And he disappears from sight. Haruki, it's your turn.
Let's see. Dinar just took a shit ton of... I just saw them lace into Dinar, right?
Yeah, and he seemed to, and you're kind of standing there, like, wondering why in the name of all the good gods is he just kind of standing there letting it take it, essentially.
Okay. I'm going to use my action surge.
Go for it.
And I'm going to use 1 charge of Fighting Spirit.
Okay.
So that's 4 attacks at advantage. And I'm going to start with the guy toward the bottom and see where I end up.
Gotcha.
So the first one is a 20 non-natural.
Hits.
Okay. Do you want me to just roll damage and see, like, attack damage, attack damage, attack damage?
We'll do that for this one, yeah.
That is 12 points of slashing.
Very nice. Roll your second.
Second is 26 to hit.
Definitely hits.
I don't crit on a 19, right? That's
Not
my
yet.
art. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And that is a 13
Nice.
slashing
Still
damage.
Still standing, but looking on the edge of death.
That is 16 plus 7.
That hits.
And that is 3 plus 4, 4, 5, 6, 7 slashing damage.
7 slashing damage. With those 3 hits, you carve this creature effortlessly into pieces, and it lands to the ground in chunks.
And then I will use the last attack on the north one.
Yep.
That is an 18 plus 7. So I believe that is. And then that is 11 points of slashing damage.
Nice. You kind of twirl your blade over the large form of Dinar and down, hitting the side of this creature. You note, by the way, too, as soon after you finish this flurry of, as soon as that creature spoke and disappeared, the Yuan-Ti around you seem their stance changed to be much less aggressive and seeming like certain direction.
Okay, that is my turn.
Okay, Ezyaz, it's your turn.
Okay. Let's see. I will try to finish off this guy in front of me.
Okay.
And the first roll will be, a natural 1.
Unfortunately, does not hit.
No bueno. And the second one will be a 17.
17 will hit.
Okay. And the damage will be 13 regular damage and 4 fire damage.
You obliterate. It had 1 health left. You sunder it utterly.
Cool. That's it for my turn.
Okay. You now notice, looking over, you see that Krenor's body is still torn asunder and bleeding profusely into the ground. It is now the slightly larger, more intelligent Yuan-Ti's turn. These two are going to look around, look at all of you. They both are going to shrink down into snakes and spend their turn. They can get to just about there. Leaving this one next to you. Hiroki is going to kind of look at you. It is also going to shrink down into the form of a snake and attempt to go past you. You can. I'll say you can take an attack opportunity if you wish.
I will.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
That will hit.
And because of Sentinel, he does not move. So that's 14 plus 4, so 18.
18 damage?
Yeah, 18 points of damage.
Alright. Nice. So it starts to shrink down, and as you sort out and catch it and bites and alright. Maylin, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm just gonna twin magic my fireball and hit the 2 guys next to Ezyaz.
Yeah.
That's 19.
19 hits.
Second attack is an 18.
They both hit.
Okay. First attack is 7 damage.
Okay.
Second attack is 15 damage.
Okay. Both of those are enough to... They strike, each burning to a crisp both of these Yuan-ti as their battered, bruised, and broken flesh succumbs to the flames, and they both fall to the ground.
That's gonna be my turn.
All right. Dinar, it's your turn.
Well, I'm extremely pissed off, so I don't really care about myself. I'm gonna attack the UNT above me.
Directly
Twice.
above you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. First one, 17, and I'm gonna dump Divine Smites into both of them if they hit.
The first one does hit.
Okay, 17, and the second one.
Well, if you're gonna dump Divine Smite, roll damage on that first.
Okay.
These guys don't have a terrible amount of health.
What was it? DA and Divine Smite is.
God damn it.
So 3d8. I'm assuming they're not undead or fiends, so
They are not.
1, 9, 15 plus 6. I don't know. 15. 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage.
Oh wait, shit. Hold on.
I'm holding.
Forget
Everything
about
is
that
up.
last 6.
I haven't done anything yet.
12 plus 6, 18 points of damage. I forgot that when I switched to the Trident, it switched to d6.
So 18 total?
Yeah.
18 total, okay.
I took that last d8 that I rolled and just changed it to d6.
Okay. So you strike forward, and as you do, you turn an uncharacteristically cruel way twist, and as you twist, a dark green energy pulses from your fist. The hand holding the Triton bursts down the Triton and explodes into the creature. You see viscera and blood shoot out from the back as it kind of it's alive, but barely.
Yeah, I'm attacking it again.
Okay.
21.
That hits.
And you said that everyone else is basically running away?
It seems like the larger, more intelligent ones order to retreat, yes.
I'm Divine Smiting it again.
Okay. Okay.
4, 9, 13, 19 points of damage.
Okay. You still have the trident in it, and you twist for a second time, and as you twist again, this dark, sickly green energy bursts forth again, and the creature kind of it explodes out, and it slumps to the ground because it's no longer attached to your trident because you blew the top half of it off.
My face is really angry, but there's like a tear going down one side.
Yeah.
And I don't think I can actually do anything with bonus actions. No, nothing good. Okay, I'll end my turn there.
Okay. They are all dead or gone. It's gone. Haruki, it's your turn.
I will take 2 attacks again against the Yuan-ti in front of me, and I will use another charge of Fighting Spirit.
Okay.
Oh, fuck! That's a natural 20,
Nice.
and the other one's a 19 plus 7, so 26.
They both hit.
So a natural 20 is first. That's again a 7, so 14 plus 4, so 18.
Okay.
And the second one is a 7 again, so plus 4 is 11, so 18 and 11 slashing.
Nice.
And that is my turn.
Nice. Eziaz, it's your turn.
Okay. Let me see. Who are the remaining bad guys that we're fighting right now?
Just the one Haruki is attacking. Everything else seems making a tactical retreat, including the one that Haruki is attacking until.
Where's he on the board? The last one?
Right over here.
There. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Can I? Yeah, I'm gonna dash over right in front of him, and I think that'll be my my action for this turn.
Yeah. Sounds good. So these two guys down here in snake form are going to continue to use their full movement to dash out of there and get lost amongst the rubble. This one, looking around, weighing its options. And is going to again transform into a before moving this time, and is going to attempt to slither out of there. Eziaz, Dinar, and Haruki, you can all make attacks of opportunity if you wish. They are going to be a disadvantage because it is now fully in.
Yeah, I'll take that attack of opportunity.
Okay, so roll your attack with disadvantage. Dinar, you're not going to take it?
Can I use another charge of Fighting Spirit to cancel it?
Let me look up the
It's a
ability.
bonus action, so...
If it takes a bonus action, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Because this is a
Yeah,
reaction.
no, yeah,
to
it's a
do.
reaction, so...
Yeah.
I'm trying to focus on the old lady.
14 to hit.
14... does hit.
And because of Sentinel, he does not move. And
Okay.
that's 14 damage.
Okay. Eziaz, are you taking an attack of opportunity?
How's it looking?
It's a snake right now. It's tough to tell.
Okay. I'll
Scales and muscle.
take an attack. I'll take an attack.
All right, but make it with disadvantage because it's very tough to see.
Would that be...
Okay.
would it?
Yeah, your sword is
it's
sticking
snake
in the
form.
ground.
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah.
It's in snake form. Okay, no, I'm
Yes,
sorry. I
your-
thought it
your
was the
s-
movement which was giving it disadvantage.
No,
So-
it's a snake.
Gotcha.
The roll with disadvantage will be a 14.
14 still hits.
Okay. And then for damage, that will be oof. Okay, so it'll be 20 regular damage, and it will be 4 fire damage.
So Haruki, your sword slaps down connection before you're able to really even register that fact. Eziaz crashes down with her back, striking something. And all of a sudden, you both hear as in front of you, about 5 feet over here, all of a sudden bursting from the rubble. This bipedal snake-like humanoid just thrusts its lifeless corpse to the ground as its body reverts back to its original form.
How is it looking?
Dead.
Lifeless.
All right. All threats are off the map. We're gonna take not an actual break. I'm gonna refresh my drink because so we can deal with the consequences of what just came to pass. So I will be right back.
So that's cool.
Dinar's blaming himself.
So, guys, how's it going?
I mean, Alan's also blaming Dinar, so...
Okay, what the fuck is it with casters on my team and hurting me?
To be fair, you were hurting a lot of people.
Actually, what's with you and just tossing your weapon the first attack?
Yeah, I have no idea. Whoa. I would just like to point out, I did a decent amount of damage with my fist.
You did.
I did more damage than I did with the... with the trident without divine smite. I'm gonna turn off the music now. There's only so much I could hear. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, wait, you didn't have to loop that. I was just listening to the playlist.
Oh,
I
that
looped
probably
it.
would have been better. Damn, puberty's tough.
All right, guys, it's time to get the, the iconic 10 hours of Xanarkin loop playing.
I have, if John is okay with it, I have something.
I'll listen to it in 10 hours.
Something else to play.
This is my story.
John, you'll appreciate this.
Oh no.
So, back, the danger is seemingly past in the immediate area. You all take stock around you, and those of you who weren't able to notice before now notice. Krenor has not joined you.
I climb down from the top of the inn.
Okay.
Right.
Make an athletics check.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine, Dinar.
$14.
Okay. It takes you a minute or two. You're going slow. You almost lose. You desperately hope no one will notice. But you also don't really care if they do, as you come to terms with what you just heard and kind of putting the dots together. Dinar, you lean over and you put a hand out, and the lady, how's it going? Are they all gone? You're not one of them, are you?
No.
Thank
should
you.
go in.
Thank you. Thank you. And she gets up and scrambles her way towards the inn.
DM.
Hi.
By this point, I'm assuming I've seen enough death to know to not try to waste healing spells on Krenor.
You don't know the exact extent of his injuries because you haven't gone to check on him yet. You just saw him get ripped apart and is now not moving.
Oh, okay. Can I
You
go
do not.
check?
Yes, you can go check on him.
Sorry, I thought I saw him like.
You saw him get cut down, but you've seen your friends get cut down and come back before.
Okay, gotcha. Can I check him?
It's not. It's very obvious when you get there to see the extent of his damages. And you make a religion or medicine check, whichever's.
Religion. Okay. 12.
12. You know that it would take a more in-depth connection to your sacred power than what you probably currently have in order to change what has happened.
God damn it! I wish Rathi was here.
Unless you have access to Revivify.
I don't. It's 9th level for me.
Okay.
Damn 3rd level spells.
Did Krenor have a pendant for his god?
He did.
That's why.
Oh, I had more than that.
Yeah, I grab his pendant and I just sort of look up at the sky and I say, he fucking trusted you. He wasted his life away praising you fucking gods. And this is what you led him to.
Um, are there still war horns going?
You take a moment, you listen. You hear the shouts and clamors of what you can presume to be other types of conflicts going on, but the horns are no longer going off. And after another, what were you saying?
No. Finish up.
So after spending another minute or two listening, the sounds of battle die down, and it is replaced by the sounds of flame, the occasional gasp or scream, but it is eerily quiet, apart from the random crackling of flame.
Can I run into the inn and I say, is there... I scream, is there a cleric in this town?
Everyone kind of looks at you with let me see if the bar mistress, the owner that you haven't met yet, but you've heard her name, just kind of pipes up. I mean, there was there was Cleric Rain there, but I don't know. I don't know where he is. He looked over the temple to Melora. He may be there defending it. Is it safe? Are they gone? What is happening outside? What
Where's
is
the
going on?
temple?
It is it is in the northeastern corner.
At least you're not completely useless, and I walk outside.
Wait, is it safe?
I slam the door behind me.
Caleb, what's wrong?
Northeast corner, there's a cleric.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up Krenor's body
Okay.
and put it over the shoulder that he was sitting on.
Okay. And what do you do next?
I guess we're gonna head towards where the...
Look, I'm not the best at survival. I don't know what way is north, south, east, or west.
We head towards where
This is northwest.
I believe the temple is.
Okay. Give me 1 second to check my notes for something.
While we're walking, hey, Malin,
Yeah.
when those creatures took away the 2 other people that we couldn't save, did you see where they went?
Did I see where they went? 'Cause I was on the roof.
Do you have dark vision?
Where does it say that?
Are you a half elf?
Yeah.
Then you would. I would say you.
Yes,
could
I do. Yeah. Up to 60 feet.
make a because you didn't think of it at the time. I'm gonna say make a straight wisdom check.
Okay. Two.
It was a very confusing battle, and a lot was going on. Unfortunately, you did not get the chance to see which way they were heading.
I didn't.
Okay. After we're done with this, I want to go check out something. I don't know. I think I heard something. I don't know what I heard, but I think I heard something. I also know that I tend to forget stuff, so could you remember?
Oh, tell me what you heard so I can.
It was like a. And I'm very somber while I'm talking. It was like a scream, and then I heard some shifting. I don't know if it was scales. I don't know if it was stone. Just around the corner from where I was.
Keep that in mind. So to the temple.
This was while we were walking, if
Okay.
possible. I do still have my sword out just in case, you know, anything pops up.
Sure, sure.
Haruki kind of just follows along, very still expressionless, like almost as if he's still in battle.
Okay. You guys walk along, and as you walk along, you see all around you the signs of skirmishes and scuffle. This seems to be a very quick, concise, and calculated hit. And as you walk along from the northwestern corner where you guys were, across the town, the square building that was the Lawmaster's, main base of operations, and around towards what looks like various temple structures, you can see patterns of violence seem to have lessened. It seems that the further you get away from this very residential corner, the less the fighting, the less intense the fighting was. Almost like that seemed focus for the evening. So you get closer, and as you approach around the corner towards this temple area, you see 4 buildings of various states of repair. You see 2 buildings that are wrecked beyond recognition. One seems to be a long, somber, stoned building of slated roof that goes down almost to, it's like a triangle, with these dull windows of some sort of obsidian glass set on the inside. And further along, you see what seems to be an oval-esque building, not made of stone but of wood. And as you get close, you see that it's many more vertical tree trunk or tree, like vertical cut logs that are arranged in a very natural circular pattern with stone inlays throughout.
Where are we going?
I mean, which one of
Both.
these? Sorry, go ahead.
I'll just say Dinar, and anyone else trained in religion can make a religion check to see if they can identify the temple.
21.
21. Anyone else trained in religion, or is it just Dinar?
I believe it's just a Nar.
Okay. Dinar, you easily recognize the gray-green temple with the wood and stone inlay. Matches much of the... it's a much more humble version, and one of the more... But it does hold the standard accoutrement of a temple to Melora, the Wild Mother. The other one matches... You've never seen one of these temples up close. You heard of one back in Heart Hovel that Rethanir went to investigate, then found himself repulsed and left. This is a temple to the Raven Queen.
Are the doors open?
Do you go over and investigate?
Yeah.
You go over to the dark obsidian glassed door, and you see the doors, which is the closer of the two, and the doors do seem to be closed.
This is the one that we were looking for, right?
Um,
The one where the cleric's from.
the cleric that Ella mentioned, or not Ella, excuse me, Elvira mentioned, was Cleric Rainer in the Temple of Malor.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna walk straight to that one.
Okay, so Malin and Dinar kind of sort of peel off in different directions.
Alright, I try to open the door.
Okay, you push forward. Seems to slide and then hit something heavy on the other side.
Can I see through the door? Like the crack?
Not really, no. It slides like not even an inch before hitting something. Get the sense that this is a big, sturdy door, and there must be something sturdy behind it.
Is anyone in there?
Silence.
Speak up now or I'm burning down this building. My friend's life is probably worth more than yours.
Hold on. Hold on. You hear a wizened voice kind of creep out. Who are you? I would presume friend from your tongue, but you threaten to burn down my home.
I say that to all my friends. You're aware there was an attack on the city tonight?
Yes? Why do you think my door is bad?
Well, it's late. I don't know what you do. Are you a cleric by any chance?
Why?
Someone died tonight fighting for your town. I'd very much like him to be alive.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Ten.
Kidding me.
There's a long, long pause. I make no promises.
But you'll
One
do
mo-
it.
One
Okay.
moment. And you hear what takes about 3 or 4 minutes as you hear this. What sounds like something extremely heavy being pushed bare inches at a time. Until eventually, all of a sudden, the door gets pushed over, or I'm sorry, pulled in. Excuse me, pulled in, and before you, you see a very old female gnome, with silvery white hair with a sharp shock of black down the middle, all kind of gathered somewhat in a very, very tight ponytail in the back just to keep it out of the way. Dressed in dark black robes with a deep maroon inlay to them, and what seems to be some sort of veil that would normally cover the face, but is pushed off to the side so it doesn't get away while she's exerting her. You have a friend, you say?
I did say that.
Bring them inside.
I go outside and I yell to Dinar. This man can help him.
It's a woman.
Sorry, the voice threw me.
The gnome looks at you again. Did you fight as well, or just your friend?
I thought as well, yes.
Come in.
Okay. I
Oh.
walk back.
I'll turn on my heel and walk over there. Because I really don't know which cleric I'm looking for. Because Maitland never told me.
That's true.
Malin, you have all the answers and you're going all directed. Very in character for you.
By the way, if it makes a difference to the cleric, I'm at like a 5th health. I'm all sorts of bloody.
I mean, I would assume that I'd be covered in blood too. Not my blood, of course. But...
Of course, of course.
I'm covered in their blood too. Remember I exploded a guy.
yeah, but there's a lot of your blood in there too.
Oh yeah, no, there is. There is.
I think I ended that fight maybe 1 health point healthier than I started it.
I think Ezyaz has the most amount of blood from other people.
True.
So you all walk through the temple, and it's very, very dark. It's pitch black actually inside this temple. So Haruki, you can see nothing. Ezyaz, you can see nothing. Actually, Dinar, you can't see anything either.
Ow! Ow! I'm sorry, Grenor.
Am I the only one with dark vision?
You're the only one with dark vision. The woman. Apologies. I normally douse the lights when the horns are blowing. And she kind of absentmindedly waves her hand, and 4 globules of light shoot out and hover over 4 different braziers.
What does the place look like?
So you immediately entering inside, it is a long, barren hallway. Like when I say hallway, I mean like hall structure. Like walking, like think about walking into a classic church. But there are no pews. There is no altar. There is no any type of raised platform. It is just all dark stonework. And as the light catches it, you see on the ground itself is a somewhat stone mosaic of the Raven Mother herself. And around it, in small silver pieces, a little bit of silver and gold lay, is this intricate web that seems to weave itself in, under, and around her. And as she kind of has her arms open out above her, from the perspective behind her, the arms of the mosaic wrap around a very, very shallow, what looks to be a raised dais of some sort, a small circular dais about 10 feet across, with some sort of dark liquid on the inside.
What is this place?
This is my temple to the Raven Queen. She who holds over the fate of all.
Bloody
Here.
ravens.
Here, yes, sometimes bloody, sometimes soft, but always the whispers of fate. Now, have you come in here to insult my decor, or have you come here for...
Mostly for the help. What do we have to do?
Well, let me see you, your friend.
I gently place him down next to her.
Ah. It has been quite some time since I've had dealings with my distant kin. He is far away from home. She takes some time and she is examining the body, kind of going around it, poking in certain places and gently moving the face up to the side. Each time she does, Dinar, you have to involuntarily, like, you jerk forward as if to stop her, and you have to, make the conscious effort to control yourself, realizing as younger and frustrated part of your divine training, you understand what she is doing is necessary, and you recognize she's, despite the very business and matter-of-fact way she goes about it, in her own way is respectful.
If there's anything that she asks for help, I automatically will help in any way I can.
She asks for some water that she and you automatically go towards the large front of you, and as soon as you start walking towards that, she says, no, around, there's a small door on the back wall to your left. Go over there. You should find some water over that way.
Left is the one that makes an L. Okay.
Captain Donar.
I take it was cool out there.
Haruki's
She's
so
asking-
stoic.
I can see it on your faces. When your friend understand,
You cut out a lot just then.
when your friend is back with the water, I will have a better understanding and whether or not he can be brought back at all. If the Raven Queen grants her grace, we might. Your friend. But, however, it will not be cheap. It will not be easy.
What cost can we expect to pay?
I will have a better knowledge of that, as I said, when your friend returns.
Very well.
A couple minutes later, Dinar, you come back. It took you some time. It's dark. The light only goes into the main hall. Pitch black again.
Oh shit!
So you come back, you lay the water down. You expect for her to grab a rag, but she doesn't. She just dips her hand in and starts almost washing and painting it back and forth across the body. And as you do, you see some of the blood and the dirt and the soil and the sweat seem to just evaporate almost. Malin, you recognize this as prestidigitation, which is interesting because no clerics you've ever come across apart from Methanir have ever had access to that ability.
Are you really a cleric?
I am, yes. Although, I did not begin my life that way, if that is... I take it you have some knowledge.
There was a man in our party who followed a similar path as you, I guess.
He must have made similar choices in his life then. Well, I did not start out as one of the feathers of the mother. No. But fate has a funny way of showing you what you are meant to be.
Can't say I've seen much of that.
Give it time, young one. She turns back to the body. His injuries are quite severe. I do not envy his passing, but hope that it was quick and that the mother embraced her and took him swiftly to the Lord of the Dead to be judged. However, if his string is not to be cut quite yet, if you have the ability to, I can raise him. But like I said, it will not be cheap, and it will not be easy.
What do you need from us?
Well, for the spell that I need access to cast, I will need a diamond worth at least 1,000 gold pieces. And I will need the heart of a nightmare.
The heart of a what?
What's
The heart of a nightmare.
Do we know what a nightmare is?
Make a... Make both... This is layered. This is interesting. Make both an intelligence check
Crap.
and a religion check. In that order.
Intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Intelligence is 14.
Mm-hmm.
Religion. God damn it. 9.
Okay. You're with it enough to understand that whatever she needs has to be something tangible. And you understand that... How do I put this without giving too... She is asking for a thing. Which means whatever she is looking for that can be obtained.
So
This
like
is
a
not...
physical thing.
It's a physical thing.
Okay.
It is not some abstract quality. And that's about as much as you can gain from those two roads.
So I'm gonna ask her. So you need the heart of a real nightmare?
Yes. Thankfully, I have never seen one in person. They tend to bear odious owner.
Okay. Well,
Where?
two questions for you.
Yes.
First, where can we find a nightmare?
I have no idea.
Okay, fair enough. Second, how long do we have to do this?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I can do this as long if you have a century of time.
Okay.
I can still do this. However, young dragonborn,
Mm-hmm.
the chance of success is easier the sooner to the parting of his soul.
Is this the only way?
The only way I know how to.
What? How do you think we can find a nightmare?
You seem well attuned to the divine order of the world. Look there, as your start.
The divine order of the world.
What do you stand against, young dragon?
What's going on in this town? What happened at Ondor?
What beyond that? What do you crave to be gone? What do you wish for?
For the natural order of the world to be untouched.
And what creatures, what things could exist? Think back. I know you have a smart luck to you. What?
Hey, Dinar, are you able to track certain creatures?
Oh, I'm sorry. We're having a conversation.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean about it.
Well, let me ask you this then. Do you know? How well do you know your history?
I have some history studied.
What about you, young half-elf? What do you know of the histories?
Does it?
Very, very little.
Does it have to do with? And Breezy, I'm trying to remember. In the sewers, the little zombie thing with the worms.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I can't remember for the life of me any more details.
You were dealing with some sort of Orcus related undead.
Orcus, that was the name that I could not place my hand on. Okay.
Do you say anything about that, or were you just thinking?
I was thinking out loud.
No. You say Orcus, and she turns to your head. No, not. I fear if you go down that road towards him, you will end up worse than your friend. Have the right path.
What do I wish? Where does that come from?
What does your order stand against?
To the paladin page.
She asks you, Dinar.
Yeah. No, I know. Stand against darkness.
And you said you stand for the order of the natural.
Yes.
There are creatures that used to roam these lands many years.
What was that? How many years?
Many
Okay.
years ago. They stood for chaos and corruption, for darkness and defilement. And in battle they rode terrible steeds. Now, at the end of the Sealing Wars, when us access and control this world, those entities and what they rode upon were sealed forever, to our knowledge, in the infinite layers of the abyss. I do not know how you will find one, where you will find one. But if you bring me the heart of one of these creatures, these terrible steeds, that would go a long way in bringing your friend back to you.
These chaotic beings that rode them, were they what's attacking this town?
No, boy, they were demons. I thought you said you did your history.
Look, I didn't really stay awake at school that much.
Do you well to pick up a book again? History is important.
Okay.
We're doomed to repeat the mistakes of our lessers.
So
No,
we need to go to
demons,
the
boy.
abyss.
I would heartily recommend against that.
Okay, so we need to find an abyssal creature.
In a diamond.
Make an Arcana check. Donar, make a religion.
God damn, it's a lot of religion today. And I haven't rolled above a 10. Still not. 12.
6.
6. Malin, you have no idea what she's talking about. Dinar. There's some connection between the nightmare and that thing you were looking for.
Oh, the thing I was looking for.
No, the thing she asked you to get.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that sentence? There's a connection between...
There's a connection between the nightmare and one of the two components you're looking for.
Yeah,
And this,
aren't we just looking for the heart of a nightmare?
yes. When putting it together, you're beginning to think nightmare, fiend, thing. Oh,
Nightmare. Thing. Nightmare. Fear. See, I'm not even role playing right now. This is just how Dinar is.
this is great.
Wait, did you guys get this?
Yeah.
Seriously, goddammit! Nightmare, fear, thing, heart. Nightmare, fear.
I don't know what your plans are for this city, or for this town, excuse me. But if you defended us this night, I am grateful for that. Understand, young half-elf. The diamond is one of the material costs of the spell. I require no monetary gain for myself.
Very well.
If you would have one of those on you right currently, that would go a long way in me beginning preparations.
Unfortunately, I do not.
Well, I will say within a week or two, I could do this with reasonable success. If you return to me within a month or so, there's a chance. And anything after that, it is up to the will of fate, the Raven Mother herself.
We don't really have a choice.
You always have a choice, child. That is what fate is all about. Taking the choices in front of you and making that path. If the gods demand that you will find what you seek, then it is so. If not, you will not. It is as simple as that.
I can't see I agree with your view,
Well,
but it's an option. Since you're so keen on history, you must know a lot about ravens themselves.
if you're referring to the Raven Queen, then yes, I know.
No, on the way here, I saw this raven with red eyes, and just really creeped me out.
Red eyes, you say?
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that.
Hmm. Nothing comes to mind, but if you wish, I will look into my notes and tomes while you are presumably gone to fetch what I require. It's strange, it's not saying anything yet, but I will give me time, and I will find out. If there is a connection to the Raven Queen, I will research and meditate upon it.
That'd be much appreciated.
Now, I'm sure the Lawmaster is, if not the captain. If you would please, you, strong lady, or you, young man, looking at you, Haruki, if you could please place your friend into the pool. It will be a fitting place for him until you return.
I go over and pick him up and place him into the pool.
Okay, so you and Ezyaz, you walk over and you gingerly place him into this very, very dark liquid. And now with the light globules up in the ground, you see the liquid itself is this very, very deep crimson color. And as your hands come out of it, it's not viscous, but it's not the consistency of water. There's some type of substance. You sit him down gingerly. The two of you step back. The rest of the party. What do you all do?
I'm in a corner still thinking.
Dinar, what are you thinking about?
I explained everything. Why the fuck I'm confused?
It seems he thinks you have some sort of affinity to fiends or something.
Yeah, but I mean that's only when they're close.
But are you saying you can sense when they're close?
Yeah, when they're close.
Have you felt anything?
I'm gonna use one charge of my divine sense, and if there's 60 feet not behind total cover.
So you take the time, you meditate, you do not sense any fiend, fae, celestial, or undead within 60 feet.
No, I don't feel anything. So nightmare, fear, thing. Those were the key words. Seriously, like at a game, have you guys figured this out? Am I the stupid one? I'm gonna take that as a yes. Crap. Is Dinar smarter than Gil? Nightmare, fear, thing. So we need a nightmare, not in the abyss. Somewhere around here. It has nothing to do with the Yuan-Ti.
What does Krenor think about all this?
Blah. Do whatever you want. I'm super dead.
Is that as far as your capabilities go?
I mean,
Are you asking Dinar? Are you asking?
I'm asking Dinar if as far as his capabilities go, as far as sensing.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, if we ever get within 30 to 60 feet, I can figure it out, but... I don't know which way to start. Breezy, am I being stupid? God damn. Okay, can I get up? I'm gonna walk out of the temple.
Mhm.
Hey, can I just walk straight into the other temple?
I just want. I just,
Like I'm not knocking. I'm literally just
Oh god.
pushing open the
Okay.
door.
So
You're done at Whole Foods. You're going to like shop right now.
yeah, you're like, huh. I don't like this.
So-
I don't like this shit this guy's selling. We
So-
can get
Too
cheaper
many
revivals elsewhere.
Alright, guys. So you walk over, you go through the door, you turn, and you walk through and you push your hand, and the door is immovable as you push against it.
I'm gonna push with all of my might.
Make a strength check.
13. Because I can't roll high today.
push and you strain and you can't seem to get the door to budge.
Dinar, try pulling.
I'm gonna pull.
There is no handle for you to pull on.
Okay. Can I knock?
You knock on the door. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. I need help.
Hello.
Hi.
Is the fighting done? Is the captain?
Yeah. No, it's done.
Okay, do you have a head cold? You sound.
What?
What is it?
Are you a cleric?
Hold on.
Okay.
And you hear it took you like 4 or 5 minutes last time. You wait a good 10 minutes while this.
I'm thinking the entire time.
As eventually the doors finally, you hear some sound behind us shuffled off and moved, and out shuffling towards you is quite possibly the oldest human that you have ever seen. Every inch of his skin is wrinkled. He stares at you through bleary, squinty, beady eyes with these giant, thick spectacles on them. He's hunched over with age, and his hands are held up in front of him. Yes.
Hi.
You're not the captain.
No. This is my blood and the scaled people's bloods. I know I'm scaled, but it's the other scaled.
I
Cool.
can tell by your voice you're not one of the born yesterday, boy.
Okay, again, are you a cleric?
Yes.
Okay. So I was just next door,
Yes.
and my friend's dead.
It's quite the shame.
Yeah, so I need to get a diamond, and I also need to get the heart of a nightmare.
Eh.
All she gave me over there was riddles. Can you help me out?
Anita is prone to... If you're looking for a nightmare... Come in.
Okay, I come in.
I'm Cleric Raynor. I oversee the temple to Lord here. Have been the past 75 years.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
As you can see, the temple itself is in somewhat of a disrepair.
Look, you help me get the heart of a nightmare. We bring my friend back. We stop all these attacks. I'll help you rebuild this place.
Hang on, am I there?
Did you follow Dinar as he left all of you and
No, I did not.
well, it seems a nightmare, you said.
Yes.
Well, then it's quite obvious you have to find a nightmare.
Okay. She said that. So I'm good with all nature and stuff. And I'm not really good with these god stuff, but I'm good with nature and stuff. How? How?
He got up.
Everything's okay.
Yeah, hold on.
No, I know. But he has a wireless headset, so I assumed he could hear.
I'm sorry. I was synchronate to Abby. Could
okay.
you repeat everything essentially from the start?
From when you knocked on the door.
No, shut up.
Okay, so I need to find a nightmare. So you said you need to find a nightmare, so I was like, yeah. So how? That's all I said. She said it wasn't in the abyss.
Why
There
would you
might
want
be
to
some here.
Why would you want to go to the abyss? That is a terrible place full of terrible evils.
Look, I need a nightmare. I'll kill whatever stands in my way.
That's a bold statement. Are you going to kill me?
You're not in my way.
You're
Even if you
straight.
were, I wouldn't. You seem like a good guy.
You're
But in the abyss, I'll kill anything.
Nightmares. Nightmares are great beasts of steeds ridden by demons.
Mhm.
We're looking for one.
Mhm.
I don't know where they are. They were banished hundreds of years ago.
Okay, so she said something about nightmare, fear, thing. Can you help me?
Don't know. Is there some place you fear to?
Oh. Yeah, I'm good. Son of a bitch. This is Gil and Dinar, by the way. I'm gonna walk back to the other temple. Thank you. I'm still gonna help you repair.
Is this the fighting done?
Yeah, it's done. Do you want me to move this thing back into the doorway?
It's quite alright. I'll handle it myself.
Okay. DM, how far away are we from there? Fuck. That's what I thought. Fuck. Yeah, that's what I.
About 500 miles.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Tanar, where have you been?
Mhm.
What's
Yeah.
wrong?
Yeah. Okay. Change of plans. Change of plans.
What's changed?
Just to make sure, DM, I'm on the right line track here. I'm on the right track here. Fair enough. Okay. Hold on. Hey, lady.
Yes.
There's a temple that I once went to. Not the best of memories there. Lot of necromantic shit. Do you think maybe I could find one there?
It's possible.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so guys,
Oh, never mind. All right,
No,
please.
no,
No,
Or,
no,
what
no, please, continue with your conversation. with your
what
friends.
temple are you talking about?
So, whatever we do, we should probably finish here first. Pretty far away across the continent, where I'm from.
Are there more than one of these temples, or is that the only?
It's the only one I know of. So, before I met, and I look at Ezias, you,
Mhm.
I was sort of, and I'm like visibly like stammering. This isn't Gil. This is like Dinar visibly stammering.
Ezias
I
just
was-
kind of looks at him, and just like, well, come on, like just waiting to see what he has to say.
Yeah. So, I was with the. You know how we died?
I may
Like all of
faintly
us.
I may faintly remember that.
Okay. At this place, they all died. People. Friends. Family. there's a powerful fucking caster again. Person there
Mm-hmm.
who sacrifices and practices really dark magic.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where we need to go.
Why do you say that?
Because I'm terrified of it.
Hmm.
Everything else that we've done hasn't been close to as scary as that. If I
What?
die anywhere else, so be it. I'm not scared.
But this thing scares you?
Horribly.
Hmm.
I'll... Look. That was a couple years ago. Phew, at this point, I shouldn't have been there. But if this is what we need to do, I'll go do it. If you guys want to try to help, I'd appreciate it, but I'm not asking anyone else to go there. Fuck this music.
It's not like I was doing much else before this.
Look, I want to talk about it. I do. I haven't thought of this in what seems like weeks. It is. Do you think I frighten easily, Malin?
As far as I've known you, I don't think I've seen you scared once.
So please don't take it lightly when I say I am terrified. And knowing what he, and I sort of spit out that word, does, I don't know if I'm more scared to see him or if I'm more scared to see what he did to the people I was with.
Well,
Fuck. Okay.
if you don't want to talk about it, I won't
No, I
push.
mean, if you guys are going to come, I have to. But for right now, it's. I'll tell you the important parts. I need a little bit before I can do this. Do you guys want to try to help clear this town and then we'll go? It's 500, 600 miles away.
Did you... First of all, where were you? Where did you go?
Need to open up backstory so I can get names.
Oh no, sorry, I meant like literally just now. Like you walked away from the temple.
Oh! I went to the temple next door to try to
Oh,
riddle.
did he have another way?
No.
Did you ask?
No.
Oh. Okay.
But I feel he would have said something.
You didn't ask.
Yeah, no, I know. No, I'm saying out loud, I feel he would have said something.
I mean, did you ask?
I walk out the door. And I knock on the door again.
Okay. Another 10 minutes passes. It's you again, young.
Alright, yeah, remember I
Has
said
that-
I had a friend that was dead?
Has that changed?
Can you change it?
Mm,
Can you bring him back to life?
mm, Perhaps it would not be cheap, it would not be easy to do.
What would you need?
Need as part of one of the material constituents of the spell, I would need a diamond worth at least 1,000 pieces.
Okay.
I would need the soul of the sea.
What does that mean? Where would I get a soul of the sea?
Place that is well connected to water. I think it would be a very good start.
So go to the ocean.
Perhaps.
Oh, scared of the ocean. Do you have any other riddles you could give me?
I'm sorry, what do you need this for again?
To bring someone back to life.
Yes, I've told you what I needed.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, where in the ocean? DM, do I know if the ocean's big?
Yes.
Okay, the ocean's big. Do you know what I would need to do? Do I need to kill something? Do I need to bring something to life? Do I need to talk to something?
I don't know. What are we talking about again? Who?
Soul of the sea.
Right, yeah. I don't know. I read it in the book of spells that I have. I've never tried it before, actually.
Can you not close this door?
Make a persuasion check.
Just for like 5 minutes. 21.
It's very well.
Okay.
5 minutes, yes.
Okay, I'm jogging this time. Malin!
So 15 minutes later, Malin
Mm.
Dinar comes back.
Jeez,
I
where'd
thought it
you?
was next door!
And it took him 10 minutes to open it up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant 15 minutes after he agreed to keep it open.
No.
Malin,
Yeah.
do you know anything about the soul of the sea?
Do I?
Make an Arcana check.
God damn.
14. Do I still have that that inspiration die
Yeah, if you want to add it, go for it.
for it? Oh, okay, cool. What is that? A D6?
It's a d6.
15.
I can't.
John's laughing at his own mortality.
It's tough to say. There are many different connections to the ocean that have to do with magic, planar bindings to the elemental plane of water, various creatures of extraplanar nature that call the sea their home. Based on your skill and ability and what they're asking for you, again, this is something tangible, or something that maybe is a bit more on the smaller scale than the literal soul of an entire ocean.
Cleric.
That's what I was gonna do.
Have you ever heard of the soul of the sea?
No.
Are you sure? You just don't want to tell us, or
You ask strange questions, young.
I'm a strange man?
Yes, I can tell.
Yes, he is.
No, I don't know anything about any seas. Never seen the ocean or the seas myself.
Maybe you might have heard of it as the soul of the ocean.
Nope.
Okay. John, was that you? Okay, Malin, come on. I pulled
Yeah,
by the arm.
Okay, well, where do you want to go?
We're going next door.
Okay.
Haruki and Ezan watch this clown car exchange in apparent silence and frustration.
Can I just pause and say real quick how much easier this would be if Randy was here?
I guess about now, Haruki's kind of like coming out of it.
It's been about half an hour at this point.
I think at this point everyone's just over Grenor. We've all moved on, started new lives.
Oh Jesus!
As I don't mean to. Is this how people normally come back?
Ezios just looks disappointed and sighs and just doesn't say anything.
Well, this is one strange world. Are they coming back, or?
No, you just want Dinar and Malin just bolted out of the door.
If it makes a difference, I'm still super bloody. I never took the time to heal myself.
No, none of you have. So, Malin, as you're walking, Dinar is unconsciously leaning into you as he is bleeding profusely from various.
Oh, Jesus, man. You're covered in blood.
That's fine. I'll take care of it later.
Alright, where are you taking me?
Is the door still open?
The door is still open.
Malin, okay, this is old guy.
Is there an old guy in front of me?
There's a door that is open in front of you.
Dinar, there's no one there.
Okay, he's inside.
Can I check for traps?
Sure, make an investigation check.
6.
No traps as far as you can tell.
Guess I trust you. Let's go.
Alright, Malin, as you enter, make a dexterity saving throw.
Plus
I'm
4.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, okay. I was ready. So, Dinar, what are you trying to show me?
Hey, you're back. What are you doing?
Oh, God.
Why are you back here? You have friends.
Who is this?
No, I'm Cleric Raynor. I'm the keeper of this humble temple for the past 75 years or so, and has recently been in some disrepair from the recent.
Right. But most recently, Soul of the Ocean.
Did you have it?
No. Do you?
Why would I be asking if I had it, young lad?
Sometimes people forget that they have things that they've always had.
I don't know.
Are you sure you don't have, like, a place where you keep things?
He's getting a little defensive at this point, and his eyes are opening a bit more. Why did you ask? Just have love, man.
Well, because, you know, be a shame if we went on this whole hunt for this thing and you just had one the whole time.
Do I think I am some sort of trickster?
I don't think you're tricking us.
Holy shit! What was that?
I don't think you. What was that? Anyways, I'm not saying you're tricking us, but sometimes even the best of us forget the smallest details.
Are you with the young guild friend who was
My young what friend?
the scales?
I don't see skills. I'm sorry.
You should get your eyes checked then. Bloody bastards have been around. It's different though. He's got a different color on his scales. That's why I knew he was different.
You knew he was different.
If you're inquiring as to one of the material components are required to bring, I presume, your friend back from death.
Yes.
Yeah. So, is there anything at all you can tell us
It resides
about this thing?
somewhere where water is strong. The connection between the two, between our world and the water and the world of water is strong.
Would I know anything about that?
Oh God, what happened? Make a nature check.
Can't help you.
Ezyaz.
Yes.
This
Nine.
temple is of the Raven Queen, correct?
As I've come to understand it, yes.
Cronor wasn't a worshipper of the Raven Queen, was he? I specifically remember him, Paylor this, Paylor that.
That I do not know for sure.
But wouldn't we have better luck if we asked his own deity to bring him back?
Sure?
Ezyaz, make a religion check.
Okay.
John!
Wait, what?
Hmm?
That will be a 15.
15.
Holy shit.
You know that Palor is the god of the sun, god of agriculture, and one of the various gods of life and protection. You know that the Raven Queen is one of the two gods of death, specifically over the transition, as well as the god of fate. Whether or not Dinar would or Krenor would be better suited in one place or the other, that's up for you to decide with that knowledge.
I look over and say, it does appear that he may have worshipped that specific deity.
Is that lady still here?
Yes.
Favorite NPC.
Ma'am.
Yes, young man. How can I help you?
I'm sorry to ask such a silly question, but
Yes.
on the spectrum of deities and how well do the Raven Queen and Palor get along?
It's a fair question, but somewhat random, if you want my perfectly honest opinion. Well, as she is the second of two mortals, the only two more pinnacle of godhood, it did not really sit very well with the prime gods after the conclusion of the Sealing War.
And was Palor a prime god? Is Palor a prime god?
Yes, he stood as Tyr's top general during the Sealing Wars. He defended Tyr as hand was cut from him by the wretched Thrazadun of the Chained Oblivion.
Yes, do you want to help me with Krenor?
Dude, we'll just take our friend.
Can Eziaz just go over to Krenor's body and just beast mode it and just lift it up by herself?
What are you doing? What are you doing? I thought you wished your friend returned from the realm of the dead.
Yeah, but goodbye.
Let me specify something for you, young. The Raven Queen serves a purpose that the Prime Gods recognize. They had their tiffs decades ago, and have come to an understanding between Kelemvor, the Raven Queen, and the rest of the Prime Gods themselves. She stands neither the pinnacle of justice and light, nor in the realm of darkness, debauchery, and corruption. If you wish your friend brought back, I guarantee you are in no better place outside her prime sanctum.
Insight check.
Sure, go for it.
She's lying.
Five.
Seems to be telling the truth. Kind of hard to read. I mean, you're convinced. You don't know anything about the gods of this world.
Yeah, I get it. I think, but I kind of look at Eziaz. I'm like, would Krenor really want to be in a place like this?
She looks over and she just says, well, he was into some unusual things, if I say so myself.
Where are the other two?
They've gone off to somewhere else.
Oh. Yeah, but wasn't Pelor all about the light, and this seems kind of pretty dark. And I don't know, I'm really not in my realm here.
Alright, it's about this time that Dinar and Malin, you guys get back to the temple.
What? Are you guys still like dragging?
You guys have like Krenor like half in, half out of the pool.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Well, she said that.
Explain yourself.
The Raven Queen and Pelor were apparently not on some good terms a couple decades ago, right, lady?
Yes, there were several decades of tension after her
And
ascension to
Krenor was a really
Primal
devout,
Throne, and then...
worshipper of Pelor, right?
Oh, that's fine. Don't listen to my explanation. It's fine.
So shouldn't he not be here and probably in the Temple of Pelor?
Haruki, hold on 1 second.
What?
I've learned from my mistakes. Ma'am,
Yes.
is there a Temple of Pelor?
Not within this town, unfortunately.
Haruki, put him back.
Okay.
Where are you gonna take him, Haruki?
To a Temple of Pelor.
There's none here.
I do seem to recall that maybe he said it wasn't very common here.
Yeah, I don't know. It sort of drifted in one ear out the other.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. From what I remember.
What was his name again?
Who?
Okay, but... So we either need to go to the ocean, which DM far away also.
I mean, large body of water, the largest you know of is the Kabir Ocean, which is very...
Okay,
Even
so we need to go
more...
far away or far away.
Are there methods of like teleportation, I guess, accessible to you? I'm asking the cleric.
That is not within my realm, no. If you are looking for
Could-
teleportation,
Would the Raven Queen assist us with finding?
I could pray for several days for you instead of praying for the knowledge for. Through her, I could divine a direction for you, yes. But in terms of instant transportation, I do not have that ability, no.
Alright, never mind.
Is the temple on the other side of my the
Okay, so
the
you
nightmare temple?
So are you looking at the Frostfollow map?
No. Oh yeah. Right now, yeah.
Okay. Here is.
Oh no. Sorry. Not the temple in town.
Like the one you're scared of.
Wait, no, your home temple or where you went?
Both. I was about to ask which one was closer to here.
Technically, the one you went to, which would take about 50 miles or so off the journey.
Oh, the one where I trained.
So the one you trained is about 550 to 600.
Okay.
The place you went to, where bad juju happened.
Yeah.
That was 50 miles away from your home turf.
But closer to here.
Slightly.
So we wouldn't pass.
You would
Good
not.
Temple.
No.
Okay.
No. From this direction, you would not pass Good Temple.
Okay. And we travel what, like 20 miles a day?
At a regular pace.
Fuck.
But that's on foot. You could get horses. You could see if there's other modes of transportation around.
Okay.
You might have to go to a city in order to inquire to more expeditious modes of transportation beyond horses.
Okay. And she said a month was good time. Anything after that is like maybe.
She said within 2 weeks it's a chance. Within a month it's a moderate chance, and after a month it's the will of fate.
Okay. Okay. So we either need. So I'm asking you guys. We either need to go to the ocean, or something about strong water. I don't know. I'm really confused about that. Or we go to a nightmare temple. Yeah, I think that's our options.
I mean, it's very possible. How far is the nearest ocean from here? It's like more than 500 miles.
Look at a little bit more. Yes. Oh yes. You're looking at. You have to travel across most of a country, half a continent to get to the ocean.
So like a lot.
800 miles,
Hmm.
give or take. But as you guys contemplate your next decisions, whether you do choose to stay within the town and deal with the these invading Yuan-Ti forces, whether you decide to leave the town to its fate, pursue the potential resurrection of Krenor, or some sort of combination of the two, you all sit there in the temple and contemplate where you would like to go next as we end the session for the night.
Alright.
Being an idiot.
Jesus Christ.
John,
John,
you're really fucking good at dying.
John,
To be fair, we had a lot of fun with John's stuff.
We did. We didn't even loot John.
I'm doomed.
Breezy again. I'm sorry for being an idiot.
Oh no, please.
I saw your surprised face as I went unconscious, Breezy. You're like, oh wait. Whoops.
Well, guys, thanks for watching. It's been fun. And we'll figure out what we're going to do with John, if we're going to do anything at all, next week. Yeah, goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Like, follow, subscribe. Bye. Fucking hell. God damn it. It was almost a TPK, but we lost one of them. But okay, bye.